Welcome to lecture 5 for the BSc IT Python programming series. Today's topic is strings. So let's get started. First, um, first slide is on the point that string is a sequence. So here the first point we have is like number, we need a way to store alphanumeric sequence of characters. So this is basically, I would say, a requirement that we need something to store alphanumeric sequence of characters. So yes, moving on to the next point. This problem can be solved by using string data type. So this is the main reason why we have one of the main reasons I would say, because we have other reasons too. So this was one of the main reasons why string data type was included in Python. Third point we have is a string is a sequence of characters with numbers and special symbols, and it is immutable in nature. So this is one of the property of strings. Next point we have is we can say that like a value of a number cannot be changed. Similarly, the value of the string cannot be changed. So this is what we mean by immutable nature of a string. Next, we have the point that we can only update the string by appending values to it and assigning it to a new string. So because our strings are immutable, in order to change them, we have to update them, and then we will have a new string. So here we have few examples of the strings. Moving forward, uh, we have our slide on traversal with a for loop. So as we know that string is a sequence of characters, we can iterate over it. So the first point we have here is, as we know that string is a sequence of characters, we can iterate over it using a for loop. I have written a small example for the point. So here on the left, we can see that my string has the string hello world, and we are iterating over it character by character. And on the right, we can see the output that each character has been printed on an independent line. And in this way, we can iterate over the string and extract the characters. Moving on to the next slide, sorry, moving on to the next slide, we have string slices. So here, the first point we have is given our prior knowledge that string is a sequence of characters, we can extract subset of characters together known as string slices. So what do I mean by this is if we want to extract 3 or 4 characters from the middle of the strings, we'll be able to extract them using string slice. So the first example which we have is s is equals to hello world, and from this we want to extract characters from 5 to 8. So this is how we specify the starting and the end index between two square brackets, which is preceded by a variable for the string. And between the two numbers, we have a colon to separate them. So the output here is a space, W and O. There is an important point. I think it is the last point, which is very important, and you need to remember it while doing, uh, well, extracting string slices from a given string. I'll go over that point in a while. But now we will proceed to the point of negative indexing. So first we have, sorry, the point now we have is we can also use negative indexing on the string slices. So here is a small example for that point. So the string here is hello world again, and we have s as -3 colon. So what I mean by this is start from index -3 and go up till the end. So here when we refer to negative indexing, we start the negative index from the back, and for negative indexing, it will start from -1. So the D will be at position -1, L will be at position -2, R will be at position -3. So now we will start extraction from -3 up till the end. So that's why we have our output as RLD. Next point we have is general syntax, which is string square brackets n colon m, where n is the starting index and m is the end index. The last point, which is very important to remember while extracting any slices of strings from a big string, which is the return string is exclusive of the end index. So what I mean by this is, if we go back to our example where we had the starting index as 5 and end index as 8, it means that the index or the character extraction will start from index 5 and only go up till the index 7 and not go to index 8. So this is what I explained further, which means that the character at the end index will not be included in the output. So we have only three characters, 5, starting from 5, 6, and 7. Okay, moving forward, we have our slide on strings are immutable. First point here is the only reason why strings are immutable because they are supposed to be treated as concrete values like numbers. Next point we have is also in order to trust external strings, they should remain unchanged. So that is one more reason why strings are immutable. Further, I did came across a very good article about immutability of the string. I have um, linked it in this slide, and you can access these slides on my GitHub account. I will also be uploading lecture 5 slides, so go ahead and check that after you're done with the video. Or you can run these slides by the video, so it would be easier to follow for you. Here we have another example of an invalid operation. I'm not sure why I included this, but it's good. We can go over this. Let me check. Why did I include this? I think the reason behind including this was that to explain the immutability of the string. So here we can see that to greeting we have hello world assigned, and what we are trying to do is we are trying to change the we are trying to change the character at 0th index. So when we try to do this, it will be an invalid operation. So we will get a type error which says that str object does not support item assignment. So this is what we meant um, by string immutability. Moving on to next slide, we have is the slide on searching. So the first point we have is the operation of traversing a sequence and then finding where the character appears in sequence is called searching. So this is a basic definition of searching in terms of the string. Next point we have is if we try to search a character and we could not find it, then it will return -1. So yes, this is the result which we get when we don't find a character, and which you will understand this a little bit more when we go through the example which is right below. So but before that, first we'll go through the syntax for the find method. I'm not sure whether you're able to see this, the syntax in the image or not, but the basic syntax is you will have a string. Maybe I should refer to the example, it's quite clear in this image. We will have a string variable, and using the dot operator we will call a find method on the string variable, and to the find method we will pass the characters. So here a find method does have a few options. So first is you only pass the string. So in that case, the other parameters, which is beg and end, they have default values assigned to them where the beginning will start from the start of the string and it will end at the end of the string. Next, we have a find function call, which will start at the index 4 instead of 0. So this is how we make that call. And lastly, we have find z. So this line here, what we are trying to do is we are trying to find the character z in the string, but since z does not exist, we will get -1 as the output. Okay, moving forward. Here we have looping and counting. So the point says here that looping and counting basically refers to iterating over the string characters and also counting the occurrences of the characters. So here what we are emphasizing is how should we count the characters which occurs in the string. So this can be done using a dictionary, and in the for loop we can iterate over each character and then check in the dictionary that if the character exists in the dictionary, we will increase the count by 1. If it doesn't, then what we'll do is we will insert that character in the dictionary and assign a value 1 to it. So this is what is captured in the code, and on the right we have the output for the same code. Moving forward, we have the slide for string methods. So the first point is, since we cannot change the value of the string, we have different methods to perform operations on the string. So this is in line with the point that strings are immutable. So that's why we have string methods, which changes the strings and then returns the new string, the change string. So second point we have is just an example of few string methods which are find, upper, and lower. Third point is sample invocation of the method is canada.upper is okay. Sorry, I read it the wrong way. So this point is sample invocation of the method, and here as an example, I have the string Canada, and I want to convert all the characters to the uppercase. So here we have the output, which is a new string, and upper is a string method. So last point is I have linked um, string methods here, which you can use for your reference while going through the slides. Moving forward to the slide of the in operator, yes. So basically in operator is used for checking the membership of any character in the string. So what the first point says is in operator is basically used for checking the membership of a first value or object in the second value. So what do I mean by this is here I am checking whether C exists in the Canada string, so which is true. So this is what the in operator does. The last point emphasizes what value the in operator will return. So it says that the result of the membership operator is either true or false. Okay, moving on to the next slide where we have string comparison. So here the first point is strings can be compared using the relational operators like less than, greater than, and also equals. So we have three examples where we have apple is greater than banana, which returns false. Apple is less than banana, which returns true. Apple is equal to banana, which returns false. So you might ask a question that in case of numbers, we can understand we are using less than, greater than, or equal to operators. But in case of strings, how does it work in the back? So this is what is emphasized in the point for note. We are able to compare the strings because there are numerical values associated to each characters. Also, the numeric value of uppercase letter occur before the numeric value of lowercase letter. So, based on this understanding and based on this implementation in Python, we are able to compare the strings using the relational and equal to operator. Moving on to the last slide for our lecture, we have the topic of string operation. So here what we have, our first point is we can use the plus and star operator on the string to perform string operations. So for example, if we have a string banana and then we use an addition operator and then a character, it will give us the whole string with the character appended. Next we have banana into 2. So what we want to do is we want to repeat the string banana 2 times. So here we have banana twice. So this is what the star operator does. Lastly, we have a point where where we say that what do you mean by string operations. So using arithmetic operator on string is known as string operations. This is the basic definition, I would say, but not definition because that's not the correct term. Uh, Basic way to say what string operations are. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I'll be uploading these slides on my GitHub account. Please do check them and download them for your reference. Like this video, subscribe my channel, and share these videos with your friends if you like them. Please do comment, leave your questions in comment, and also if you do not like, please do leave feedback in the comment so that I can improve my content for next videos. Thank you so much everyone and have a nice one. Bye for now.